It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. My name is Candice Gish. Well, I hope you've all had a great morning, and thank you so much for tuning in. We have a brand new diva we're going to be welcoming to our family, Vicki Dixon, and I'm excited to get to know her. I had the opportunity to listen to her, and I've talked to her, and this woman is absolutely, I would say, she has so much information, and she's so amazing because what she wants to do is to really help individuals out there with their health. So as I said, we're going to get to know her on today's program. And for any of you that have just tuned in for the very first time, a huge welcome to you. The Divas That Care is now going into its 11th season. We are listened to in 30 countries around the world, and it's because of all of our amazing listeners that we have grown to where we are. And we're able to inspire and empower so many women around the world. So thank you so much. Make sure you check out our other hosts at divasthatcare.com. Well, Vicki, let's get started. I'm so excited to welcome you to my program.
Good morning. Thank you. It's fun to be here.
Well, I'm excited, and I can't wait to learn all the things that you're doing to support women in their health journeys. And so what I want to do is, would you mind spending a couple of minutes, sharing a little bit about yourself with all of us?
Sure. So I am, like the basics. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a grandma. I've been an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for most of my adult life. I absolutely love entrepreneurship and all that it brings. I love to learn. I'm in school to study integrative medicine right now, my doctorate in integrative medicine. So that's fun. I'm a lifelong learner. I really believe in the connectedness of humanity and that we are here to serve each other above all else. That's a huge, important mover and driver for my business and my life. And I think the people in my life would say that I'm no nonsense. I'm pretty edgy, but I do try to have a bit of softness around me. But I tend to call it like it is.
I love that. And you're being real. And that's exactly what it's all about.
Yes, absolutely agreed. Yes, authenticity is where it's at for sure. Nobody wants to deal with perfect people.
No, I don't. There's no such thing as a perfect person.
Exactly.
Vicki, can you tell us why you decided to go into natural health?
Sure. I will make it a shorter than a long story. I think it's kind of a trifecta. So, I was raised by a mom who was very molded by the diet industry, which I loathe, and it created this human who just didn't love herself, couldn't love herself, and taught that to her girls through no fault of her own. Right? It's what we know at the time. So I grew up with a lot of that messaging in my home, like many of the women that I serve. There was that. And then my dad was diagnosed with dementia at the age of 52, which is pretty close to the age I'm at now. So that was a huge turning point in my own life. I had been, I would say, fairly healthy before then, but at that point it became a mission for me. It was like, holy cow, this is some scary stuff. And then I had a health crisis of my own when I was 42. I went through burnout and I feel like women in their 40s, we go through like a crisis of purpose or something. I guess it would have been what people call the change of life years ago, but I feel like so many of the women that I serve also go through this almost an identity crisis in their 40s or early 50s. And it was really an opportunity for me to say, okay, what I'm doing is not fulfilling my purpose. It's not lighting my soul up. It's not doing any of those things. And I mean, my body was screaming at me. I hadn't slept through the night in 20 years. I had gained weight that I couldn't lose no matter how many miles I ran or salads I ate. Nothing was working in my life. And I knew, actually with my husband, he said to me one night, you're just not that nice anymore. and it broke my heart. Something inside of me just broke. But it was what I needed to hear. It was the thing that made me go, okay, look at these other things that have happened in your life, and this is an opportunity for you to change. So that led me back to school for nutrition, and I just actually last year, 2020, started to work in university again for integrative medicine.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations. I think that's wonderful, and what an inspiring story that is in itself. You know, what you've overcome and how now you're in your 50s and you're going back to school and you're doing things. And I would say to people, it's never too late to do things. You know, I've always been a big believer like yourself in education and, you know, personal development and keep on learning. And you are the epitome of that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Vicki.
You're welcome. And I'm not quite 50. Not quite.
Well, not quite 50. Well,
and I
I do apologize, but I completely understand. You know, I'm in my 40s also, and you're going through this transition in life, and you're trying to figure things out. And I think it's when my kids started to get a lot older, it's like, okay, well, who am I? I kind of lost track of that. And so your story really resonates with myself, and you know, I applaud you in every way.
Thank you. It's a game changer when your kids grow up, isn't it? It's like everything changes. Everything that you thought you were, you seem to be no longer. And it just, it changes everything.
Oh, wow. Well, you're going to school and you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, but you're also an entrepreneur. You're doing a lot of stuff. And I want to talk about that because I really love the businesses that you are doing and I want to ask too, and how you're able to balance that all, because that and having your home-based business is such a big endeavor, but going to school on top of that is huge. So let's talk about that, because this is going to be a big thing, because a lot of people think they can't do it. And I want to talk about how you're able to do it.
Well, how am I able to do it? So if we look at the Strengths Finder, I am an executor in the Strengths Finder. I love to get stuff done. I'm pretty driven, and I love to work. So that can be a bad thing as well, but I try to channel it as much as I can. And I actually run 4 businesses, and how do I don't know. I'm not being very helpful. I think it's because I love everything I do. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. I think it's because I love it all. It'd be different if it was something that I was dragging myself to, but it's not like that. I love what I'm doing, and the women that I get to work with. Primarily, I work with women. And I'm in Ontario, so we are on another enforced lockdown, and one of my businesses is a bricks and mortar store. So it's not that I agree with what's happening at all, but it has given me the gift of a little bit more time in my other businesses. So I've been able to shift. Yeah. And I think that's been really key, is any time that there is an extra little bit of time, just using it in the most effective way in another business to move that forward, or in my schoolwork to move that forward, instead of just letting it, because you know how it is with time. It's easy to just be I had a cancellation, I'll just kind of chill. But I think it's just managing and using every little pieces. I don't know if you've read the book, The Slight Edge. It's one that is life-changing. And that really was, it's that philosophy that I live by, I think. If I look and I have 10 minutes, okay, what can I do in this 10 minutes? Instead of just, I only have 10 minutes, I can't do anything.
You know what? I love that. And that's kind of always been the way that I live my life also. Years ago, I had a mentor saying, book your day in 15-minute increments. And it really was a game changer for me, because I spent so much time almost fluttering around saying, I need to do this, and I can never get anything done. And when I started putting that into my planner, okay, I've got 15 minutes to do this, it made the world a difference. And I was able to get so much more done than I would have in any other way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Vicki, tell us about your businesses then, because I know that a lot of them are health related. I would love to hear all about them.
Sure. So the biggest driver for my business, and my biggest kind of machine in my business, has been my doTERRA business. And I've had that for about 6 years. So doTERRA essential oils and health products. And I brought them into my health business, my nutrition business, because my clients needed something that we couldn't seem to find with supplements or with, any number of things on the market. We couldn't seem to find that thing, because you know how it is when you change your health. You give up sugar and you have headaches, and then you're like, oh, I'm just going to have the sugar or coffee or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Or you have all this digestive feedback. I mean, I'm a nutritionist, right? So I work with digestive feedback all the time. Or, even emotionally, feelings of anger or frustration or these things. So I found that the doTERRA essential oils really helped to they kept my clients on the path to better health for longer without giving up along the way. And somehow along the way, I ended up building a team, and I have, I think, about 5,500 people in 22 countries maybe. So I have quite a large doTERRA. Yeah. And I really love it. I have a really great team of business builders. We work well together and get a lot done. So that's a huge part of my business for sure. And then my nutrition business, my health, I run group programs for my health coaching, and of course individuals and all of those things as well, mostly online now, which I absolutely love because I'm hugely introverted and I love to work online. And then I have a bricks and mortar store it's been a real journey. We opened it 2 weeks before COVID hit in March 2020. And we lost my oldest friend, actually, and our founding member. It was really her dream, this store. She died unexpectedly in June last year. So it's been continually, I just can't even tell you the journey that we really should write a movie or a book or something, because this journey of this shop has been really something else. So there's that. And then I have a crystal business that I do online with 2 of my daughters. So those are the 4. And they all kind of work together. Yeah. It's all the woo-woo stuff.
You know what? And it's perfect. It all works together. And you're doing so many great things with it.
Yes. Yeah. And we have fun. All of it is fun.
And you have fun. See, and that's the main thing. And it's funny that you said that, because my kids were mentioning that the other day. I have a daughter that wants to be an aerospace engineer. That's her dream. And she's like, wow. Mom, we have to find something that we love, like a job that we love, and go for it. If we enjoy something, we have to do it. And I said, yes, that's exactly how most people need. If you get a job that you don't enjoy, why are you doing it? And she says, I love science so much, Mom. This is all I want to do. I get a kick out of that.
That's incredible.
Like, you know what? Go for it. Do what you want to do. And so I love when you're sharing stories like that, because it's really important. I think people get stuck. They think that they have to do something, and they don't want to change because they're scared of that change. And when I hear stories like yours, it's like, no, look what you're doing. You're inspiring so many people. And
I would be more,
as I said before, I applaud you for that, because it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I think for me it just became that it would have been harder to stand still, though. I can't imagine having stayed in that. I mean, my body would have given me something else wrong to tell me that I needed to heal, right? I was in burnout already, and there would have been something else, because that's the thing, when we don't listen to the messages that we're getting, they keep getting louder, right? So, yeah. That's
what I was told
too.
that. Isn't it? It's crazy. I think the younger generation is more in tune than we were growing up. And like yourself, I went through a lot of different changes, and I really was fluttering because I had no idea. I joke around and say, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, because in my head, things are always changing, and I never know what purpose I have. And with my kids, they're like, yeah, this is what I love, and this is what I'm going to do. I think good for you. I'm glad that you've got that confidence to do that.
Yeah. And you've obviously instilled that in them. You've changed that for them. That wasn't there for us, maybe in our generation.
You know what? I think so. I think that it's that empowerment and that learning from so many people over the years, and it's that collaboration. Women nowadays are so amazing, and not that they weren't before, but I think they're more empowered now, and they realize their worth and what they can give and how they can inspire and empower others. And with that, I think as women, we will automatically give it on to as many people as we can, because we feel that.
Yes. And that is the key.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Vicki, you've got this 6-week coaching program, and I want to talk about that. How can our listeners get involved with stuff like that? And because you were mentioning you do a lot of stuff online, can our listeners from around the world be involved?
Yes, absolutely. I have clients in my group program right now from, I have a lady from France in there. So yes, from all over the world, you can join that program. I normally run it if you're looking at a group program because it brings the cost down quite a bit. And personally, I do individual coaching as well, but personally, I love the energy of a group because we all need more support. And I think now more than ever, we're a little more isolated. And we're not leaning on our women friends like we maybe would have and maybe should be doing. So I have right now, I think, a group of about 14 women. So it's quite an intimate group. They're getting to know each other, they're supporting each other. It's amazing, the energy in that group to help them create change. So I open up my groups every few months. Right now we're in the middle of this one that I'm doing, but anyone can work with me individually at any time. I typically do a launch format for my group. So I will run a free challenge with all kinds of value for people that they can absolutely take what they learn and move their health forward. And then we open up the group program again. So we'll do one more session before summer. And then I take July off. July's my month to just kind of chill. And I mean, summer in Ontario is very short. So
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And I want to mention that to all of our amazing listeners, because I don't think they realize what a group program entitled, but it is so empowering. And you're right. You could have these connections and you can work with other people and get to know them. And with everything that has happened in the last 18 months, I think a group program is where everybody should be a part of, because we cannot connect the way that we used to. So thank you for doing that, because I know we all need it.
Agreed.
And your doTERRA business, I know that there's a lot of people that are into essential oils. They want to learn more about it because they understand now what the health benefits of that, of essential oils are. How can they get a hold of you in order to, connect with you on your essential oils or your other businesses?
Sure. So right now, actually, I know that people will watch will listen to the recording as well, but right now we have actually an essential oils challenge coming up. It starts on Monday the 19th, so you can get into that for free. And I'll send you samples of essential oils to try. Each day there's a different thing to try. So that's something that we do every month, the third week of every month. So you can absolutely get in and try some stuff and have some fun with our group. The group is called Just Because, but you can message me. You can find me at vickydixon.com. Do you want me to spell that out, Candace?
You can definitely spell it out, and then I'm going to be posting that on all of our social media also.
Okay, so it's VICKIE, and then Dixon is DICKSON.com. And then on Facebook, I'm really lame on Instagram and all the other channels, but Facebook is my jam. It seems to be where I can hang out with my people. So it's just Vicky Dixon Health on Purpose. I'm really easy to find on there. You can follow along and reach out by message or through the website. And I would love to get you some samples to try them if you haven't tried them yet, and get you on board.
Well, that is excellent. Thank you so much. I think that is a great thing to do. We're always looking for things to make us feel better, as we get older, to make us look younger. And let's do it the natural way. There's no reason why we shouldn't be doing it that way. And Vicky, one of the things I'm going to ask you is, at the end of our program, we always ask our amazing guests if they have any tips, any tools, things they'd love to share with our listeners.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Health is not complicated, and we have become a society of complicating everything. Don't fall for the diets and the fads and all of that stuff that is just meant to keep you stuck and meant to keep you thinking that you are less than, because you are absolutely not less than. You are perfect as you are, no matter what size you are, no matter what weight you are, no matter what you're doing in your life. So simple things like drinking enough water every day, eating enough protein, eating enough fat, eating enough vegetables, and moving your body. And I know that it sounds ridiculously simple, but trust me when I say that will absolutely move the needle on your health. And then in my programs, we deal more with the emotional side of why we're not well as well. But really just keep it simple. Don't get on the bandwagons for all the diets and all of that stuff.
I love that tip. Thank you so much for sharing it.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me here.
I had a blast, Vicki. I hope that you come back on the program again and share more with us in the future.
I would love to. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. And a huge shout out to all of our amazing listeners. Make sure you take this recorded call of Vicki Dixon and send it to all your friends and family. There is so much that Vicki is doing, and I know that you'll want to connect with her. I hope that everyone enjoyed this conversation as much as I did, and I hope that you do something kind today for somebody out there. Until next time, everyone.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.